Ciao amici, we're on the show floor at the International Pizza Expo in Las Vegas, and I'm here with some very close friends of mine, somebody that I actually consider a mentor, who's a genius baker in our industry. His name is Ralf. He's got a crazy last name, and I'm not going to try to butcher it. Ralf, what's your last name?
Ralf Tschenscher.
Tschenscher, all right. And Ralf is one of the technical guys with the Lesaffre baking team out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. If you've ever had an issue with baking, you probably know who Ralf is already. He's got a huge following on social media. He's got all kinds of stuff to support the baking industry. Ralf, I got a question for you.
Go for it.
If you had to give, let's say, a brand new baker, a brand new pizza maker, some advice, what would that advice be to say, here we are now, this is what you should know?
Well, my advice to you, first of all, is I would like to congratulate you to go into that profession, because you must have a big heart. The food industry is a great, great industry. Obviously, making doughs is a combination of having passion, but you also have to have some understanding of scientific knowledge on ingredients, because flour is not just flour. Yeast is not just yeast. You need to have the right amount of yeast, the right selection of yeast, the right flour, and other additional ingredients like extra virgin olive oil, etc. So it really depends what you're aiming for, but whatever it is, you have here one of the best in the industry if you're going for pizzas. And if you look for good ingredient solutions, feel free to reach out to Lesaffre. We have a great team, great support, and we do have some solutions for you will enjoy for yourself and for your customers.
Thank you so much, Ralf. I have one other thing that I'd like you to talk about. We talk a lot about in the industry the difference between dry and fresh yeast. As bakers, especially old bakers, we love to talk about, we prefer most of the time fresh compressed yeast. But there's so many people using dry yeast because of either their capabilities of handling or all different types of things. What's your advice on yeast specifically for pizza makers? Do you have something that you want to give a quick tip about?
Sure. As Leo was saying, the most preferred yeast in Europe is actually fresh yeast, some calling it cake yeast. When I joined Lesaffre almost 20 years ago, I was introduced to instant yeast, Sav Instant Red, as you see here in the back. And I was not too familiar with it, but there's a big advantage on using the instant yeast compared to fresh yeast. A fresh yeast has a very short shelf life of up to 4 weeks. And the older the fresh yeast gets, the faster the microorganism deteriorating. So you're getting less activity. Instant yeast, as you see over there, is vacuum packed, has a 2-year shelf life. You're using a third compared to fresh yeast with the addition of 2/3 of water, and it provides you a more consistent product. And consistency is especially important in the pizza industry because your customer want to expect always the same quality pizza. So instant yeast is a very good solution in my personal opinion.
I love that, and I think that you said it perfectly. If we had to talk about consistency day to day in a pizza operation, sometimes the fresh compressed cake yeast is a little volatile. This is definitely a way that you're going to have a guaranteed performance no matter what day of the week it is. Ralf, as always, thank you so much for your time.
Same here, young fella.
You're a
Good seeing
man.
you again.
You too, man. Thank you
Ciao,
so much.
Paolo.
Ciao.